All right, mic check, 1 2 and 2. Mic check, 1 2 and 2. How we doing? How we holding up? Um. Oh, yep, and I'm okay. So tonight might be a little weird as far as presentation goes. I had my mods screen videos last time, but it didn't occur to me. Owa owa, owa owa, owa owa, owa owa. Hi. But the plan is we have a shorter than usual Embee Cabaret Theater. I want to say it was about 45 minutes worth of videos were approved in between. In between last stream and this one. So what we're gonna do after that is I'm gonna show off a indie game that I have been loving the past a week and some change, called White Knuckle, which is it is a parkour roguelike in first person that when you get to a flow state, it feels like Assassin's Creed parkour, but you're doing it manually. Like left click, right click is grab, and you hold it. But if you want to like, it's sick. I'll show y'all later. Right now though, let me close this up and my file explorer. I don't need that open still. Then we'll full screen. I'm gonna ignore that marker I set. Firefox, turn that audio on. And then this overlay, I think. There we go. Firefox is weird about audio, by the way, or specifically YouTube is weird about audio, by the way. Let me know if the videos are way too loud. I can adjust as needed. This is Zeldoom Echoes of Wisdom. Huh? Zelda looks so fucking done. I love her. I love this depiction of her. She's just like me. She's the realist. Look at this. Huh? I love how this is animated. Pour me a drink, bartender. God, what if is there a way to play The Town with No Name in an emulator? Whoa. Okay.
I'm guessing you don't get it.
No, it's Fat Bugs Bunny. I like it.
That's cute. It's actually Big Chungus. You don't get it. Internet humor has fried our brains beyond comprehension. We're broken. Sure.
Oh, I see where this is going.
Our humor has evolved.
I see where this is going.
Into a
Yup.
of sincere shit posting.
I cannot wait.
Hey, little fella, what do you find funny? Caillou? Rugrats?
I cannot
This meme I made.
wait.
That's not a meme. Okay, that's a picture of,
Oh, that's good.
And what is that?
Oh, that's good.
What does that mean? That's what me.
Oh, no.
What happened there? What does that mean?
No, I get it.
Is represented with this symbol.
So this one, I'm gonna be 1000%. I'm gonna try not to skip videos. This is a 50-50. It could be neat, but I don't know. This is one of those ones I put on the schedule and I'm like, I don't know.
Round intersects the most obvious cycle in the sky, and the resulting symbol represents the
Oh, that's a good video.
cycle in the sky. It's a pretty direct visual reference, but generally, cycles are represented with circles.
Yeah, that makes sense, but
What's more cyclical than a
it
circle?
also makes sense to do it in the
One of the
phases.
most fundamental kernels of knowledge, one that everybody seems to intuitively understand, is that music is movement. And that journey is often cyclical. You need to establish...
Hang on, I need to move my mic arm because it's still a little hot in here.
Usually, but not always. You come back home.
Right?
This applies to harmony, but it also applies to melodies. A melody that doesn't leave home is just a tone. When I
Alright.
say music is about the journey, this is what I mean. If C is the destination, how do we get there? You could plot a melody as a trip around a circle.
Okay.
Just as you can only travel
Huh.
halfway into a forest, you can only go halfway into an octave. Anything past F sharp, up or down, it's gonna bring you closer to C. That's circles.
Fuck, you're right.
This
God.
not a perfect
Yes.
dissection. In our circle of notes, it depicts a tritone. It rather
Oh, okay, yup. Yup, this is one of those videos where I'm locked in now. It's a 50-50 on videos with a concept like this.
These shapes show
But
the
this hits the
liminal layers of
autism.
the circle. You can travel here, but it takes tremendous effort to stay here. The
Yes.
tritone wants to bend, to resolve.
Okay.
The augmented chord
Makes
wants to
sense.
scale, to resolve.
Da,
The
da.
square,
Yep.
or more commonly the isosceles, wants to move forward. I guess there's
Aw.
one more shape you can add here. 2 triangles. Now
Oh.
I'm just hitting every other note. I think I saw someone expand on this once. Ah, but you can pull magic from this arrangement. Just
Yeah, this is like 4 minutes of a rabbit hole
That's
that'll
circle
take you
fifths.
years
A
to get to the bottom
course
two.
theory and analysis. And it's built on a lie.
This would make a great tattoo, though.
The circle of fifths. The reason that musicians keep coming back to it is in its name. Each note is a fifth away from the last, and they circle back around after visiting all 12 notes.
Huh.
A fifth is defined as a frequency ratio of 3 over 2. But the fifth
And
that
this
we
is where
use
you lose me with
is
music
up by
theory.
100%. Less
I can do notation, and that's about it.
Look,
Oh!
and we're back at C, right? Wrong.
Uh-huh.
4 cents, give or take. A Pythagorean comma for
What the fuck?
the circle of fifths is actually a spiral.
Shut up, shut up. No, 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 no. Ain't no goddamn what. You're right. These are all distinct notes.
There's this weird
Amazing editing going on here.
theory is a hard-bound set of rules that you must follow to make your music sound good and boring. I want you to know that's just not true.
Huh.
Music is squishy witchcraft.
I mean, yeah.
Theory is a popular way of navigating that, but you can.
It's also why there's...
Probably end up reinventing several wheels, but who cares?
So I'm gonna pause here for a second, and I know, like, end of the video, whatever. This is also why when you track, when we're talking capital M magic, capital W witchcraft, when you look at the agreed upon rules of both, keep in mind my view of witchcraft is extremely fluid, it is extremely malleable. Like, to me, it's core concepts, not concrete ideas or items. I'm not gonna get into that rabbit hole. But either way, calling music witchcraft in this way, if you look into the rabbit hole of the Memphis rap sigils, which, genuine warning for gang violence and actual murder, but those were a collection of, I want to say 6 or 8 mixtapes that either when played in sequence or at the same time were meant to be some form of sigil. This is just like Symphogear. I'm just gonna believe you. But like, if you want to look into some modern occultism, look into the Memphis rap sigil. Just understand that the rabbit hole you're gonna be going down is quite dark, but I think it's fascinating.
Have fun first.
But yeah, I used to run a small, not like a coven, but like a witchcraft community, which was just called Magicayuana.
It's Rachel, the daughter of the president of Cercia.
Oh no!
Get into the castle and rescue Rachel.
Okay. Can do.
It's this Calypso. It's for you. Get into the castle and suck your dad.
The fucking screw attack top 10s. Was that top 10 for the win?
Get into the castle.
According to Symphogear, there are 7 musical notes corresponding to 7 planets, and in harmony, they can overthrow divinity. I believe you.
Get into the castle and save money on the food you love. Number 10. There's been a kidnapping.
This is a good loop.
The sound of the future.
Oh,
Get into the 24 track and
so it is. Suck you, Dad.
Number 10. There's been a kidnapping. It's time to
Do the duel.
Getting into the castle allows me to draw 2 cards from my deck. Number 10. There's been a kidnapping like or tabs and pick and mix been taken to
Smokers die younger.
Come back.
Can I get that, like, on my other arm?
Kidnapping. It's Gandalf and Gandalf the White.
Like Python the Holy Grail's my knight. Oh, this is good. This is a meme for me.
Theodore Logan, Spock the Rock, Doc Ock, and Hulk Hogan. Get into the castle and rescue Gandalf the White and Munchausen.
Oh, that's good. Oh,
Richard Miller.
it is.
Oh fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, shit.
I also like that this is someone who just has the right mic and voice for this.
Crush for crypto kitties. Get into Cryptoland and dump Bitcoin. Number 10. There's been a kidnapping. It's Weird Al Yankovic.
Hey, that guy signed my ultrasound.
Into the hardware store and get turn wrenches, turtle feeders, toilet seats, electric heaters, trash compactors, music tractors, shower rods, and water meters. Walkie-talkies, copper wire, safety.
All I'm saying is, you kidnap him, you got hell to pay for me.
Kidnapping. Castle.
You need to grow up.
Grow up. I'm 38 years old.
Stage 1 clear. Oh, that was good. It's been a while since I've seen the Whizbanger. Hyper is such a good animator, it's upsetting. I need a game to put in the Whizbanger. I need, like, Helldivers to add it as an anti-tank option. Imagine this as anti-tank. Or, like, Tarkov.
Are you injured? That
Maybe.
sucks. I can't help you out. I'm
Well, that
afraid I
theoretically
cannot
sucks.
offer you my services. They will not help you. Only you can do that. Only you can heal the wounds which you're suffering from. It's up to you. I genuinely hope you feel better. You're on your own. I'm sorry. It's up to you. It's up to you.
Chat, it's up to you. This video contains the, Oh no! Don't climb Everest, kids. You'll turn into a landmark. Oh! Fuck! That's good.
February is the
I've not
worst
actually
month
seen
of the year,
this.
but it's an honest month.
I've been waiting to see this for like a
Doesn't
year.
hold up life any better than it really is. I mean, look around here. These buildings, they look like they don't even have any lights in them during a work day. And something great happened here, but it's over with. And that's the way February is. You can see it in the way
That is
people
kind of how February feels, especially with how short it is.
This says it all. This has a spring-like or floral pattern on it.
The clip's already done? Huh?
February day has abandoned it with its broken
Don't
shaft.
climb, said Martha. It's a bad thing to do aside from being incredibly dangerous. Don't do it!
It's not true anymore. The expedition is getting desperate. People are throwing things aside.
Remove
Look
all
around downtown
valuables.
On a February workday, this looks like a place where people who are being punished are sent. If you
God.
notice the way people cross the street in February, it's different than in the summer.
Like, I
Nobody
kind
is
of feel
captured
this a
in
little
breaking into
bit.
a Rodgers and Hammerstein song.
The
It's their
previous
lunch
clip
hour,
activated
and
you
they
that? No,
figure
that
out
one
to
was
get across
short.
the street and hunker over a bowl of chili. Carbohydrates are big this time of year. Also, lotions because everybody is itchy, and tired, and irritable. Even the land is tired in February. Most of the birds who can
I think
afford
Sherpas should be allowed to kill tourists and take all their possessions. I'm not gonna be there with you, but if I see a Sherpa kill a guy and loot his corpse, I'm gonna look the other way.
Trees, it's hiding in the branches. Look at them. Something that's been bothering you for a long time is out there. What is it? You can almost see the shape of it when all the colors.
Reach for the peak, you'll be turned into a landmark.
Of February.
To try to hide the bleakness of February, man invented Valentine's Day and also Mardi Gras. But then February answered back with another holiday, Ash Wednesday. What other month could host a holiday that's designed to remind us that we're all going to die?
It's
That's
true.
February.
It's also the.
It is bleak, it is honest, and it just tells
What's that
you
again?
the way
Sherpas
it
are the
really is.
people who like guide
My
you up a
father kept
mountain.
saying that if you can live through February,
Go climb K2 instead, though. Yeah.
with a whole other story, I'm Kevin Killeen.
I also just view rock climbers, like actual mountain climbers, as actively crazy. Like,
Continue, Sir Henry. Well,
I feel like skydivers are less nuts.
That's my style, sir. The South Essex crossed over the bridge and engaged the enemy.
Okay.
Major Lennox panicked. So then I fell back in good order and destroyed the bridge, sir. I have written to Horse Guard, sir, to state that the South Essex acquitted itself most commendably in discharging both your general orders to engage the enemy and your particular order to destroy the bridge, sir.
Did any officer distinguish himself?
Lieutenant Gibbons led the advance, sir. You may say that he is tied to me by blood. But is it a tie of blood to tie my tongue and rob a brave man of his just reward? No, sir. I recommend Lieutenant Gibbons.
Is this from something? This looks familiar.
Lieutenant Sharp?
But I genuinely can't place it.
Sir. He was cut off when we destroyed the bridge.
This is a report from Major Hogan, which differs somewhat from your account, Sir Henry.
Major Hogan is merely an engineer, sir.
He's a major.
Major Hogan's coat buttons up tight over a number of other duties.
Also, just saying, in war, respect the tail. If your teeth, respect the tail, because for every one of you, there needs to be like 5 other guys in charge of the shit you're doing. Like,
Major Hogan reports a number of
respect
losses,
your
Sir
logistics.
Henry. He says you first lost your head, and instead of destroying the bridge, you marched over it. He says you then lost your nerve and ran from a small French patrol. He says you lost 10 men, a major, and 2 sergeants. He says you finally
Also,
lost
never
your
lie to a man
sister
that's good
and
with
destroyed the
paperwork.
bridge,
Genuinely?
cutting off a rescue party led by Lieutenant Sharp. Major Hogan leaves the worst to the last. He says you lost the king's colours.
The fault was not mine, sir. Major Lennox must answer.
Major Lennox answer with his life, as you should have done if you had any sense of honor. You lost the colours of the King of England.
This is Napoleonic, not revolutionary. Yeah, and it's not funny enough to be a season of Blackadder. Like, even in the dryway, I need to rewatch Blackadder. It was so good.
Stood down in name.
So
If I
fucking
wipe the
funny.
name, I may wipe the shame. I am making you a battalion of detachments you will fetch and carry. The light company put up a fight, so I will let it stand under the command of a new captain.
To be commanded by the newly gazetted Captain Gibbons?
To be commanded by the newly gazetted Captain Sharp, sir.
I have a cousin at Horse Guard, sir. And I have friends at court.
And?
A man who loses the king's colours.
I was gonna say, you signed up for this job.
Friendship. You have 2 choices. To hide in England or be a hero in Spain. I shall help you to be a hero. We had a skirmish with the French today. Tomorrow we shall have a battle. You will be the first to see a French column, sir. It is not a pretty sight. What you do then, sir, is up to you. Good morning.
listen well. You both dip into my purse. That purse is now shut. It will stay shut so long as Sharp struts around sneering at the Simpsons. You understand me?
Leave Sharp to me, sir.
Sharp. I can make you a captain, but I cannot keep you a captain. There is talk about an Imperial Eagle, Sharp. There is talk of a promise made to the late Major Lennox. Tell me on oath that the talk is just idle gossip, Sharp, or by God, sir, I promise you will walk out of...
Sorry, I keep not saying anything, but I'm trying to like...
I swear on oath that no one heard me make any promise in respect of an Imperial Eagle to Major Lennox, sir.
I'm like trying to follow, but I also don't know what to
You may
say.
escort Captain Sharp to the door, Colonel Lawford.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
But I also kind of want to know what this is from. Let me check the time.
Let the French know that the fool who lost the colors is holding our flank.
But, sir, that means sending a French column against...
If Hogan's spies can spin a good yarn. Major Lennox was a damn fine officer. Did I ever tell you the story of how he steadied the line at Assay, Hogan?
No, sir.
You're a damn liar, Hogan.
That's what you pay me for, sir.
No. I'm gonna go back to that because I'm curious if they say what this is from. This is just says Sharp. Hang on. I know how to Google for this. This would be is this just from a show called Sharp? Yes, I believe. And that would explain the... And this would explain the camera quality. It was 93. Okay. Yeah, also, I'm just gonna say ahead of time, I think someone was on a Vib Ribbon kick. I'm not complaining. I fucking love Vib Ribbon. Hang on. But I love Vib Ribbon, so I ain't gonna complain. This is Lemon. We get to show Lemon on Twitch. This is just impressive. I wonder if there's a good Vibri model for VR chat. Oh my hand. Do you know? Can't you see? Safety and hazard or chemical safety.
July 27th, 2020.
I think we watched a similar video to this.
Laporte Complex in Laporte, Texas.
This is one of those handful of videos where just, I think, bad shit. Yup. This is one of those real bad shit recountings.
Workers inadvertently removed critical components of a valve.
But if this is the same channel that did the other one we watched, they really, really know how to present a video like this.
Unfortunately, this is not the first time.
We have seen this specific one? Let me look for... Yup, I remember this specific guy. We're just gonna skip it. I guess someone submitted it twice, but we have definitely seen it. Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I fucking love JoJo's. If we're talking about major accidents, you should check out the Super Camille canned cascade failure. Noted. Ooh. Is this All-Star Battle? I think this is All-Star Battle. Oh. So happy they finally announced Steel Ball Run for anime. Yeah, 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 yeah. Like, Steel Ball Run is nutty. I cannot wait. I tried to spread these out as best I could. On the magic pixel. Yeah, 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 yeah. Is this that Mickey Mouse video, but with Vib Ribbon? Would you guys fly Vibri Airlines? I would. Okay. So I am gonna say before this one, A, love Nitro Rad's videos. Genuinely nothing but respect. This just popped into the video queue. We're gonna see how I feel about watching this sort of thing on the channel. Just because this is someone else's YouTube channel that we're just watching a whole ass review from, but it's only like 15 minutes 50. I'll let you know if I start feeling weird about it halfway through. I still don't know how I capital F feel about it, but like, it's also been a while since I watched the Under the Skin video.
It's the variety. It seems like it doesn't matter what genre they try, they're pretty often putting out bangers. Platformers, fighters, horror, action RPGs.
Yeah, it is weird how good Capcom is consistently. Wait, is this DMC4 like that? Was that the original DMC4?
Capcom had no
Not special edition? I think the HUD was different.
There's a lot of underrated Capcom games, some of which gathered cult followings and gave it a second life buying re-releases, while others remain quite obscure to this day. Games like Maximo.
I played Maximo back in the day. Yeah, I do.
Cares about that Capcom published back then.
I get it mixed up with Dark Sector all the time, but I remember it. I remember both.
But it was mostly around the late 90s and early 2000s that we saw a lot of those kind of games.
Yeah, Capcom made some nutty shit.
About those weird Japanese
oh, Tulip!
Nobody really remembers that interests me.
Hi, Tulip!
The game itself wasn't all that good.
That's made by the same people who made Roll of Rose.
And ideas that they can offer. And buddy, it don't get much more unique than Capcom's Under the Skin, a bizarre action game? Man, I don't even really know what to call this thing, but back in the mid-2000s, during one of Capcom's...
Yeah, is this the one where you take over, like, as an alien with, like, shape-shifting powers?
All I really know looking at this thing is
can't remember.
I really like this alien guy. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, the alien guy's funky as fuck. I love him. I love him so much.
Random Twitter I follow that posts guest characters in games showed off some Resident
Evil
references in it. Apparently an entire...
I didn't know that.
Raccoon City, complete with zombies.
That's awesome.
Even Nemesis himself. What? You can tell they were really riding on that.
What if Capcom does an Under the Skin remake? It'd go hard.
Making sure you know there's some Resident Evil stuff in here. It's kind of like a more.
I was right about to say they've always been doing that. They've always been doing that sticker.
How little this game sold and how littler it's even remembered. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say this little stunt didn't sell that many copies.
Let me.
I mean, I guess
oh, these are auto-generated? Really? That's actually impressive, because like it knew that littler like was the word he said.
Was a long con. The game was directed by Hiroki Kato, not somebody you often.
Granted, auto-generated captions are getting better by the year.
Capcom stuff. Resident Evil, God Hand, Okami, even left Capcom to join Platinum, working on Vanguard's final project. According
a lot of Platinum people.
Kato's now retired as a game developer.
A lot of Platinum people are ex-Capcom, ex-Clover specifically, but
that made Resident Evil, for those that don't know, seemed to speak quite highly of. So I guess
just because of the Canadian accent, I'm sure. Well, like it actually picked up on the word that I don't think's a real word, which I think is neat.
Jam.
Yeah, this is like one of the only things I remember about this game is that the soundtrack's phenomenal.
Little Green Bag, a song made famous by the iconic intro scene of Tarantino's first film, Reservoir Dogs, which, by the way, is like one of my favorite movies ever. Now,
also, weird-ass video game adaptation. Have y'all seen the Reservoir Dogs PlayStation game? Or PS2 game? It's neat. Oh, hell yeah.
I'm a little unsure why they chose this song. I mean, it is a classic, and I guess they needed something for the trailer, but my guess is that it's because Reservoir Dogs' theme of being undercover kind of coincides with the central gimmick of this game, being an alien in disguise. And that's precisely what this game's plot is all about.
Causing shit to go down.
Adorable little blue alien dude from the Mischief Planet, a place where aliens leave to go to other planets to create mischief when they come of age. If they can successfully invade a planet, wreak havoc, and make it home safely, they successfully complete the mischief trial.
Actually, now that you mention Canadian accents, it makes me wonder, because when he's talking about the Silent Hill series, he always says Solent Hill, and I wonder.
So of course, Cosme.
And I wonder if that's an accent or something, because like I've never heard that pronunciation.
Earth, be the first one to successfully invade it, and then come home to fame and fortune. Things immediately go wrong when Cosme's stupid ass smashes into a satellite, crash lands on Earth, and causes mass hysteria.
It's been a while, but I'm pretty sure he's from Nova Scotia. I think you're right, because he went to that film school in Nova Scotia.
We then get chewed out by Master Itazura, the master of mischief himself. He oversees mischief exams.
The one that I believe now does not exist.
It's like an
sadly.
alien sensei dude, but he talks exclusively through this hand
Oh!
Oh my god, the best part of this character design is that it's impossible to tell whether his head is just actually on his
I like to imagine that. I like to imagine that the hand puppet is a physical flesh and blood being.
The cell shading has aged really well, and the choice of color is super
Yeah, outside the resolution, like this game feel like
Capcom did with Okami.
Like yeah, I was right about to say if it got the Okami treatment.
It really has to do the same thing with Mega Man Legends. Like, come on, simple cell shaded art styles, they age so well.
God, I would play modern Mega Man Legends.
Silly proportions, but you know that's kind of the idea.
Like re-release. I don't even need to be a remake. Just like give me analog controls.
The general idea here is that you're wandering a level disguised.
Pretty sure that game didn't have any.
People and causing them to drop their coins. The goal
That's
is usually to collect more coins than a competing alien.
I'm gonna pause for a second, just so that I'm not speech jammed. That was something with the PS1 going back that, like, my brain, even though I was there, like, I played PS1 games as a kid, like, that was the thing. My brain is still, like, confused as to when the DualShock happened, so I can never remember which PS1 games even had analog control. I mean, the Resident Evil DualShock Edition has stuff, but like, it's a roll the dice, and it's not even time-based.
You drop into a level, and the first to 500 is the winner. To pull these pranks, you'll use a variety of items.
I could see this game getting a
put down tacks for them to hurt their feet on. Something
not like a remake, but like I could see like a competitive game based on this. Like if this were PvP in the way that well, it'd be PvPvE in the way that like what's that game Exoprimal was, or I guess Gambit in Destiny.
Well, I mean, if an alien came up and shot me to death, I'd be pretty pissed off too. I mean, pretty rude. I'd probably give them a stern talking to. So to get more
was that a
items, you
Beretta?
have to scan and copy another human who has a different inventory. That's how you get those disguises, by using your little ray gun.
I could also see Mother 3 in this tile. You know what? Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Skin, you know, like a wolf in sheep's clothing concept. I actually like that title a lot now that I have context for it. That's a good title, that is. Disguising yourself has several purposes. Obviously, the first one is that, you know, nobody knows you're an alien. If you're in your base alien form, everybody's going to give chase and try to attack you, and that makes you drop all of your coins, which you don't want because it's probably going to make
PS2 had a lot of like, or the PS2 era at least had a lot of
walking around in your underwear. Oh no, sorry.
Had a lot of like Alien Comes to Earth games. Like this, Destroy All Humans, and Katamari were only a couple levels, or were only like a couple of years away
drop a large chunk of coins and forcing you to painfully scan a new target and find the nearest UFO as soon as you can. Now, obviously, the whole thing of, underwear being what represents your health, of course, my mind goes right to
Ghosts and Goblins. Yeah.
Also a Capcom game.
One of my favorite arcade NES games.
Probably deliberate. Now, pranking people will make them give chase, even if you are in a disguise. Obviously, you stole their money. They want
I say that like Mother 3 wasn't wasn't originally on the N64. Yeah.
Each person has a different inventory. Some have items that are better than others, or maybe somebody has an item that you particularly like or you're particularly good with. So you do not.
Yeah, I could see this being revived with like a online one-on-one sort of gimmick.
As well as pranking people and collecting coins. Because once you use up the human's inventory, that is it. You have to scan a new target, use a nearby UFO to disguise yourself as them, and then refresh your inventory with new gear. This gameplay loop is immensely satisfying. If you're trying to get the best score possible, you've always got at least 2 or 3 things to worry about.
Now, to be fair, I do like the 2D art style from Mother 3 more than I like the N64 pitch look.
Whether you choose that likeness because of their inventory or the likeness itself.
I also really like that they'll notice
in later levels. There's humans you straight up don't
if you scan someone and then go into the UFO.
Virus in them that eats up your other items.
Huh.
If time passes that your inventory is then full of the virus, you'll revert to alien forms. So you have to make sure to avoid certain people or duck out of it ASAP if you grab the wrong person. And those UFOs you use to change identities, they fly away to a different part of the
It is weird that the zombie is actually like not infected whatsoever.
No, it goes away and then you gotta find it again, so you're kind of dedicated to each character for at least a little bit. And I really like that. I love that, in fact. All of these little things to look out for, keeping you on your toes so you don't get reckless. There's a lot of genuinely well-crafted challenge here. You fall into this really gratifying pattern of getting new disguises, trying to find the biggest crowd of people to optimize use of your items, and then always looking for another victim to take on. Optimization, that's the key word here. It's a score based game, right? You're trying to
It's like Katamari, where like you route properly.
Time limit like Tony Hawk games. Those people are gonna find a lot to love here. You know what? Honestly, I think
this is gonna hit with the Katamari / Stretch Panic fandoms.
Strictly in means of structure, by the way, not gameplay. That's closer to Hitman, except it's also the coin mode from like Smash Bros. Yeah, you know what? I think that's actually the best way to complete this.
Whoops.
You know how you're like
I've not actually.
Small level, you get
Sorry, I went to put something down and it hit my escape key.
That give you different abilities, like Hitman. And of course, the objective surrounds these coins.
I've never actually played the coin mode in Smash Brothers. That actually sounds really fun.
It's so weird. A lot of that Capcom zest too. Even how you pick what order you want to do.
Yeah, Capcom had a feel back then. They still kinda do.
So they're way riskier to use, harder to find non-infected that have better inventories. The goal of this level is a little bit different. Instead of competing with another alien, you instead team up with one to attack Nemesis, stealing all of his coins.
Okay, that's cool.
They do a really good job of giving each level a unique flavor. They're all visually distinct with their own cast of characters.
I barely played. Stock was funnier. Yeah. I always played like soft competitive rules, where like no items but Smash Ball.
Cars are speeding. Everything is so much harder to avoid.
Mostly because I just want Smash to feel like a fighting game.
More coins than usual, since the chaos is knocking all those coins loose. So there's a big risk versus reward. Do I get some dough and risk losing it all?
Oh fuck!
Panic Time will have different properties for each different.
Do any of y'all remember Stretch Panic? Now that I say that name out loud, it was a game where you played like a character who looked like they were out of Lenore. And she had like a big arm that was like coming out of her back or her hair that you could use to like pinch and stretch things to beat certain challenges. It was neat. Weirdly horny, but really neat.
Other pirates, so if you look like one, you're gonna be safe. Again, it's another obstacle you'll have to consider when playing each level. You know what? This game kind of owns. This is a lot of fun. I'm actually kind of having a blast here with this. It's a wonder this thing never got that much buzz back when it came out. Maybe it wasn't advertised enough? I don't know.
I'd believe it.
Magazine ads for it.
Yeah, especially back then when like Soul Reaver 2 and shit were coming out.
Humor that lines up with the humor in the game, but that's all I could really find. It didn't really review well either.
I love the 0-star review. Awful game. Terrible. No punctuation.
About 2 hours to beat each level one time. each, and I can see when you're being stacked up against everything else that's new at the time, you gotta pick
Yeah.
and choose what you're gonna spend money on to get the best experience you can, right? But times are different now. This thing is not a full-price video game on the shelf between Resident Evil 4 and Ape Escape. It's a 15-year-old game that's aged very, very well. All this time later, and it's
That is something I love about gaming and like entertainment in general. Like age
you
doesn't
don't have to pay full price for it.
really matter that much.
Fan of the idea of games being
Like
able to
Killer
be
7, for
games being
instance,
able
is
to
kind of
play.
timeless.
This is better now than it was when it came out. I mean, not literally, it is the same exact game, but contextually speaking, when it's a smaller experience
yeah.
that you don't have to pay full price for, it works very, very well. As of this video, the only legal way to play it is by acquiring a physical PS2 copy.
Damn.
It's not too expensive on eBay, but I really hope they give it the Okami treatment and do an HD re-release.
That HD re-release is really good, but don't stream the PC version, it'll fuck up your mic.
Or whatever, I don't know, for like 20 bucks or
But
something
like
that.
the console versions in the PC version for non-streamers is really good. Okay, yeah, just port this.
Of course, a versus mode would be dope.
Like put it out for $5. Remake this in the RE engine or the REX engine. This is what I want, just not split screen. I want this, but online.
The other player out at the last second and steal all of their coins and win.
Yeah.
And the close calls here. This game is so much
That's
fun
just Gambit.
multiplayer. Honestly, it feels like the single player is just a tutorial for it. And with how popular multiplayer games are these days, if this thing were to release now with online support, I think it would have been received way better. So that's exactly what I want them to do. Re-release this game again in HD with online support. And again, I've got
Yeah.
Vince, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, even Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy.
I'm still shocked that got... Oh god, Legend of K! I played so much of that in the aughts!
Dude, Under the Skin is one of the biggest...
I remember being heartbroken that my memory card with my almost at the very end save was like gone.
Great mechanics that all feed into each other very well. Like I said before, the gameplay loop is satisfying as hell. It's so addicting, it's crazy and chaotic, and I absolutely recommend.
Yeah, I also just want more games that are weird. You know?
Rated this thing, it's unbelievably fitting that they went with the theme of hiding in plain sight. Back when this thing came out, it probably just blended in with all the other games on the shelf and nobody really minded any attention to it.
Yeah, sadly, like a lot of Capcom's more experimental stuff, like
pop culture to in order
oh fuck, what was it?
Sometimes just gotta peel back that veil.
Little guy, Sentai
themed.
themed.
Find something pretty cool.
Oh, why am I blanking on that name?
Yo, what's up? Welcome
Beautiful Joe, there we are.
Video at the end of the video.
Good Nitro Rad video.
You guys character Twitter, because if it weren't for that Twitter, I would not have found this game. Did you know you could play as Klonoa in frickin' what was it? Moto GP4.
No, I didn't. And Klonoa fucking whips. Yeah, Beautiful Joe. I mean, speaking of weird crossovers. Hi, Vivi. Crack, crack, crack the egg into the bowl. Crack, crack, crack this rock against your skull. M-I-X, the flower into the bowl. S-E-X, that is the final goal. Crack, crack, crack the egg into the bowl. Crack, crack, crack a rock against your skull. And the thing Platinum is working on, that's an Ultraman. Yeah, but Platinum doesn't count anymore. That's not the same company as it was when I liked them. Kamiya's with fucking Capcom again for some reason, but like, I'll take it. Hey! Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, no. Sadly, I really do feel a little bad that this is a shorter Embee Cabaret Theater, but give us like a couple minutes and we'll be swapped over to White Knuckle. I will be right back. Let me start up some music. Oh wait, no, I have to do the outro for the VOD. It's weird that they don't have Kamiya or Mikami. It is kind of strange that Mikami didn't go to Platinum after he left Tango. But I do also understand that, like, the culture at Platinum is way different. Like, they are not the scrappy gun for hire anymore. They're, like... They're mostly just... Well, I guess they are now, because they're, I think it's a Ninja Turtles game they're working on. But I don't know. So if you're watching the VOD, damn it. If you'd like to support the channel, there are links below wherever you're watching. Things like the Stream Element Stip Link, Community Discord server, and the Throne wishlist, as well as the merch store. But my brain stopped. Sorry, I keep blanking for some reason. Either way, we are going to be switching to White Knuckle if you are watching the live version of this. I just need a couple minutes to get everything all set up. But we'll be in real soon. I'll just play some music for y'all while I do it.